think when someone says you look messy, we think of like a big pepperoni hanging off our shirt, or there's a big rip in it or something, or our hair is greasy, all things that have happened to me. But it's really the little things that you probably don't think anyone notices that they do. It can kind of make your outfit look real messy. Let me just first say, I've done all of these. I mean, I take them from my own life. If you look at anyone's life and you think they have it all together and they never do these things, you are wrong. We all do them. I share with you the mistakes I've made so you don't make them, and I hopefully won't make them anymore. In any case, without further ado, let's get started on why you look messy. One thing that I am 100% guilty of, and I've just never really thought about it until recent years, but you can be wearing like a button-up shirt, it's usually a button-up shirt, and say you get hot and you want to roll up your sleeves and you just roll them up, you know, willy-nilly, and there you go, you feel better. But it can actually make you look kind of messy if you don't roll them up the right way. I know you're probably like, really? I gotta now think about my sleeves rolled up? I'm just trying to not be so hot. I just wanna roll them up. Why is it a big deal? But honestly, it's not that hard to just make them look a little bit better. There's obviously a few ways you can roll up your sleeves, but the easiest way I feel like is just to simply roll your sleeve in half. Please don't mind my wrinkled shirt, by the way, and then fold it over itself to where you just have a little bit of the sleeve cuff kind of poking out. Did you know that your slouchy handbag can make you look messy? It can. Not always, and I actually like slouchy handbags on certain occasions, but it can make you look sloppy. If you have a big slouchy hobo bag and you're wearing it with like a really loose fit top and some, you know, distressed denim, and you got your hair in a messy bun, like the whole thing is messy, the whole thing is sloppy, and the whole thing is just really unkempt looking because you've got all these things together. If you were to take one of those things, like just the messy bun, and you put it with a structured outfit, or you put a structured outfit with a more floppy bag, or if you put a more loose fit, distressed outfit with a structured bag and your hair's done and your makeup's done, it's like you need some balance there. If you have all of these things going on, you just kind of look like you don't care. It doesn't look like a look, it just looks like you woke up and threw on the first thing you saw. So I don't want you to walk away from this video thinking that I'm telling you you can't wear, you know, distressed things or wear a big bag or have your hair in a messy bun. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying you need to think about having some balance to your look. I should probably get these out of the way because it definitely goes along with making your outfit look messy, but I feel like they're kind of obvious, and that is not ironing or not steaming your clothes. I will link my favorite steamer below that I love, but you gotta steam your clothes. Wrinkles, people always can notice. It can make a really nice outfit look really terrible if there's wrinkles in it. You gotta steam them. You can't have rips and stains in your clothes or the pilling. It's just not gonna look good. It'll definitely make you look messy. Okay, I'll move on to the next one now. This one's funny because I have a friend who nicely commented to me about this, and I didn't get it at the time. It was a long time ago, but my pants on my suit that I wore for my job were way too long, and they were kind of baggy, and they were kind of dragging the ground, and it made my outfit look sloppy. And it was a really nice suit, but they just needed to be hemmed up a little bit. They're a little bit too big in the hips. It just didn't look right. But if your pants are too long and they're kind of dragging the floor a little bit, it can look messy. It can look really sloppy. Now the same goes with your sleeves being too long. I have not had this problem, I think, ever. I have the perfect length of arms. I don't at all. I usually have the problem with my sleeves being too short. But if you're a petite person and you often find your sleeves are way too long, you gotta go get those things hemmed up. If they're too long and you're scrunching them up or they're just letting them hang, you kind of look like a child. You look like a child. And I know we all want to look younger, but we don't want to look 5 years old. So I don't know where you live, but I live in Florida. And I see this a lot. And this is the one that I thought that I had never done until my smart little brain reminded me that I had. Lots of women will wear shoes that are too small. And it really throws me off. Like, I remember noticing this at church. Like, I would go to church when I was younger and I would see these women in these beautiful, nice dresses, and they would have a hat on. And then you would look at their shoes and their heel was literally hanging over their shoe. Or the other way around, their toe was hanging over the front of their shoe. She looks so put together, and like she got the hat and the dress and everything, but but her heel's hanging off. Like, why didn't she buy a bigger shoe? And it would just really bother me. Then of course I grew up and found a pair of shoes that I loved, and I bought an 8.5 in them because that was the only size they have, and I'm a size 10. Can you imagine what that looked like? And they usually don't look like this when you just stand up in them. You stand up in them in the store and you don't move and you're like, oh, they look great. But as soon as you start walking, your toe hangs over or your heel hangs over. It just looks messy. Speaking of shoes, this is one that I really just didn't realize looked so bad until a few years ago, and that is having dirty shoes. And in my head, I would think, these shoes fit great, they're very comfortable, they look fine, no one's gonna notice the dirt underneath my toe. It'll be okay. It's not okay. I mean, you gotta just clean your shoes. I do love nude sandals. I've mentioned that several times. I love nude sandals, I love nude heels, all that stuff. And you can get that dirty part of your toe, it'll start looking dirty. You gotta clean them. Whatever fabric you have going on there, you gotta figure out a way to clean it so it just doesn't look dirty, because you can have a beautiful outfit, you look polished and wonderful, and then your feet, you have dirty shoes on. Again, it just detracts from your whole look. And faded and worn out clothing can make your outfit look very messy. And I know that also seems very obvious, but a lot of times it's like an item that we love, or it fits us really well, or it's our favorite top, or it's just really comfortable. But if we're being really honest, it's been washed the wrong way, or it's been washed too many times, or it just doesn't look good anymore. It looks worn out. If it's black, it's all faded. Somehow that's discolored, and you just gotta get rid of it. It doesn't look good. It will make you look messy, even if it does fit really well. And I have often said, if your clothes fit well, it will make your outfit. But when it comes to fitting well, but then it also is a faded black and it has lint all over it, it's gonna look messy. I'm sorry. This one is also funny because it goes back to a video I did on trends I don't like, and one of them was low-rise jeans. You can watch that video later if you would like. But I remember wearing low-rise jeans, and I also remember wearing shirts with them that were not long enough, and I would tuck them in. And then when I would sit down, what would happen? They would just come up and right up my back. And then I would try to strategically tuck them in every single time I got up from the table. How annoying is that? Like, why did I continue doing that? So, you know, if your shirt keeps coming untucked from your pants, it doesn't look good. It does look messy because you're not going to be able to catch it every time, and even when you're sitting down and it's riding up your back, it just looks messy. So an easy fix for that is to wear a shirt. If you're going to tuck it in, wear a shirt that's long enough to be tucked in when you're sitting down at all times, and plus you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to sit there and fidget with your outfit all day. Another one that I consistently do, and occasionally I will catch myself wearing a hair tie on your wrist. It's very convenient, and honestly there's a lot of times where you really don't care. It's like, I'm literally coming from the gym, I'm going to the grocery store, I don't care if anyone thinks I look messy because this is what I'm doing. But if you are trying to look, you know, polished, or you're going somewhere where you want to look good, you don't want to wear a hair tie on your wrist. Just wear some cute bracelets, put the hair tie in your handbag, and then you won't be detracting from your outfit that you probably worked so hard on. By the way, I am wearing a very comfortable pregnancy shirt. I love this shirt. I will probably wear it when I'm not pregnant, but I've never worn my necklace outside of my shirt like this. I've always thought it looked a little bit tacky, but I'm trying something new. Does it look tacky? It's okay if it does. So that's it for this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, you thought my points were ridiculous and you just want me to shut up, you can give it a thumbs down. It's okay. And consider subscribing to my channel. I post videos about once a week. Well, I post videos once a week, every Sunday, sometimes Thursday if I can get my life together and actually get one out. But I would love to have you here. So thanks for watching. See you next time.